Good evening, sir. I'm Jeffrey A. Salazar, and today I'm going to discuss about the concepts from chapter 1 to chapter 3. So first, I'm going to discuss about the chapter 1. So in chapter 1, it discuss the concept in this is about the discourse analysis. So the discourse analysis was introduced by Zelig Harris, and according to Harris, that discourse analysis is a way of analyzing the connectedness of the way we speak and write. So, what is discourse analysis? So, according to that, discourse analysis is having of the knowledge of language when communicating with others. So, it means that it focuses on the relationships on different identities and how we're going to use the language in communicating. So also, the discourse analysis focuses on the mastery of language that we are going to use in communicating with other people, and also the appropriate language, that we must use in communicating, so that it will not be like hindi siya bad from yung mga words na dapat na sasabihin natin sa ibang tao. So that we need to have an appropriate language to use in communicating with other people. So second chapter is the discourse and society. So in this chapter, let's talk about the different identities that we have in our society. So may mga iba't ibang gender identities na meron tayo sa society. So may mga iba't ibang language na ginagamit din sila in communicating. So the role of the discourse in the discourse in using language in societies is that um, the way of the language that we are going to use to communicate with other identities must be appropriate. As I've said earlier, na may mga words tayo na dapat lamang gamitin in the appropriate way. Kasi kung alam naman natin na in our society there are different kinds of gender identities, like as I'm part of the LGBTQ+A community. So may mga language talaga sila na ginagamit. So kung may mga words na ginamit mo na nakakabasto sa kanila pero sa iyo okay lang, so hindi siya appropriate para sa kanila. So dapat um, yung lesson na natutunan ko dito is na hindi lamang yung like kung ano yung gusto nating sabihin ay yun dapat yung sabihin natin, kundi we need to think first before speaking or communicating with other people. So the third chapter in this course is the discourse and pragmatics. So in this chapter, it talks about the how people communicate um with I might say that with critical thinking, or yung may mga na ginagamit talaga yung feelings in communication. So in this chapter, as I've learned from this, is that how we are going to use language in in communicating, especially if you're going to talk directly or indirectly. So I might say that it is one of my reports from this chapter, which is from chapter 3.3, the discourse about how we are going to communicate with other people using the direct language or indirect language to them. So, minsan kasi pag hindi natin kasi may mga times kasi na hindi natin masasabi na yung mga words na sinasabi natin is appropriate talaga. So dapat natin base lang po sa ko na dapat talaga na pag-isipan talaga yung mga language na sasabihin, and also yung sa chapter 3 kasi yung relationship talaga sa communicating with other people is important din talaga yun, kasi para may connections yung bawat isa. And for my conclusions for these chapters or discourse analysis, knowledge that I've gained is that na in communicating with other people is very critical to critically think before we speak, kasi may mga iba't ibang tayo mga identity, or may mga iba't ibang lahi na nasa society natin. So yung mga words or language na dapat gamitin natin sa kanila is dapat appropriate lang din para sa kanila. So para hindi tayo nakakasama ng damdamin nila at hindi tayo nang aabuso ng identity nila. So again, this is the knowledge that I remember from the chapter 1 to chapter 3. So thank you, sir, for listening, and I hope that I share some knowledge from this, and that's to be all. Thank you.